What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the TikTok Shop show. We'll call this our TikTok Shop Operators series. On with me today is Adeen Khan and John P. Indranal, JPE, as we call him here. What's up, boys? How we feeling today?
I'm good. I'm great. Doing great.
All good.
Thank you.
I'm good,
All right,
guys.
perfect. So today we have something that, from a subject matter perspective, is something that most brands, not most, like 99% of brands aren't doing this. And this is what we define as product listing optimization. Now, every brand in the world does this on Shopify. They do this on Amazon. Oftentimes, they don't do so on TikTok because it's a little bit different. It's not less about platform SEO and other things and a lot more about playing to the platform. So today, we're going to dig in and show you what that looks like. So I'm going to go here to products. By the way, we have some inventory issues right now. Long story. We're going to get into why that is from a fulfillment perspective later with this brand that we're working with. I'm going to click into one of their best sellers, and we're going to show you all the things we're doing. Adeen, should I click into this one?
You should try to the week 12 pick. Yeah, in front of you.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to show you guys our Wake 12 pack. We sell this traditionally at, I think, 42 bucks. It's one of our best sellers in the platform. So whenever you're in here from a product listing optimization perspective, you're going to see a lot of information. The first thing you're going to need to make sure you do is optimize this title. And it's not going to benefit you to have some cool, snappy, witty title. You need to have as much information as possible. Adeen, do you want to share more details on that?
Yeah, sure. So basically, a lot of brands just copy and paste the exact short title, which is under 50 characters. And I think TikTok also suggests you to put at least 100 and 150 characters title. So what a lot of brands do is only put the title of the product, do not put the benefits of the product in the title, nor the features of the product in the title, nor the basic information they should put in the title. So I think you should put the features, any beneficial thing you should put, and anything that should stop customers so they can look the product more and get engaged more, you should put on the title. Moreover, if you can't do that, you can get help from AI. AI can help you suggest you more good titles, and it can help you get more engagement, more consumer attention and all.
Yep. So titling is going to be first. Make sure you have as much information in there and utilize the amount of characters you can have. To Adeen's point, put the product value in there. Another thing I'll flag here is product category. A huge issue is oftentimes the mapping from Shopify that we showed you in the last episode will throw you into the wrong category. Now, this isn't a huge problem, but you're going to miss out on potential SEO benefits. For example, with this client, we are consistently one of the best brands in this category. So as people are searching for wellness supplements, or the ads manager or the organic algorithm or the shop algorithm is trying to index people who know are likely to buy that, you're going to miss out on that because you're missing out on essentially the UTM tagging, how the algorithm is reading that data. Really important to have the right category. The next thing I'll cover here is brand authorization. Now, brand authorization is very tricky. As you can see here, we don't have it totally right. So what I'm going to do is click the happiest hour as brand authorization. You're going to have to go in and provide proof of authorization. I'll show you what that looks like. You have to be a trademark owner, a first level authorized seller, or a second level authorized seller. Now, I'm not a legal expert, but really important to complete this. Hopefully you have this. If you don't have it, again, not the end of the world, but it's not ideal. Right here is all your information. Now, not a lot of this is public or displayed to the consumer or something they super kind of care about, but it's important to have as much information here as possible. So add everything you can. It's going to help with the indexing. Don't go overboard with it and get yourself in trouble, and make sure to be very careful with what you add in here. So for example, from an ingredients perspective, something like ashwagandha. Now, this isn't in this product, but I've seen it on the platform. If you list that on the platform, that's going to potentially mess up what category you're in, because you're going to have to move into a supplement category. These are all FDA guidelines and other things. TikTok Shop, given its status with the United States government, is playing things very close to the chest here. They're being overly cautious. So be careful what ingredients you list in here. My recommendation would be, if it's not a key ingredient and it's not something you need to display there, don't display it if it's a fringe kind of ingredient that could get you into some trouble. And by the way, this is all ran by algorithms and data and computers and automations. So maybe you offer, something extract, and because it's an extract or concentrate, it's okay technically by the FDA. Well, the computer isn't going to read the full sentence where then it says extract. It's just going to read the first one or two words that you list. So again, be overly cautious here. The next thing I'll display, and this is a huge problem, is that when you integrate with Shopify or your e-commerce platform, it's going to pull in the product description as listed there. Oftentimes, that is not going to look or be indexed to how it could in TikTok Shop. For instance, you can use bold characters, you can use bullet points, you can do a lot more text in here. Now, we try not to go overboard with it. You can for search purposes. Adine, JP, is there anything you want to add here when it comes to product description?
Yeah, just to keep it short, but make sure you have to put it more than 500 characters. So as you can see, there's green button because we have created more than 500 characters. So if you do not create more than 500 characters, TikTok suggests you and asks you to please create at least 500 creators description. So yeah, that's the point.
Awesome. Then the next thing that is incredibly unique about TikTok Shop, not something you're going to find elsewhere, although Amazon does have this feature, but it's not highly consumed because it's not a social media platform, is you can actually add a video. And so for all the brands we work with, we actually add videos in here that help us kind of sell and talk more about the product. And you guys probably can't hear the audio, but the audio playing is the Avengers theme song with it. So you can see what the product looks like a little bit more. Sometimes we'll do testimonial videos here. For this brand, we don't really do that because usually the content they're seeing and why they're coming to our shop is a testimonial video. So we found it to be more important because we're selling things in a 2-ounce bottle. It comes in a 12-pack in a package. It's a little bit unique from a packaging perspective. We want people to see it because one of the problems we saw, people would purchase the product, not know what they're getting. They think it's a big drink and it's actually more of like a shot size. So anyway, we try to get ahead of that by including that video there. Awesome. Here's all the data that's going to come through from a SKU perspective from Shopify and other platforms, product quantity. This is kind of new. They've started including some California props and other things. Obviously, no and no. I don't necessarily need to update that. And then this is a big problem. Food labeling, product certificate, whatever it shows up for you. The reason why your products are getting flagged in TikTok Shop, particularly in the CPG category, is because of the labeling. What we have found is the best way to do it is to do a couple things. One, what you're going to want to do is get images of the product all around it and then upload these onto just one document. So it can display the ingredients, the manufacturer's name, the front, the side, information about it, all the ingredient facts, calories, like all of those nutrition labels, if you will, that you need to display in this ecosystem. If you do not upload this, your product will not get approved on the platform, period, end of story. What we also do, and what I'm not going to share on the screen right now, is we include much more detailed information, certificates, approvals, things that give it a little bit more legitimacy to sell. Final thing here is just from a shipping perspective, really important to have the right information here so the platform can calculate shipping in the right way. Don't think that you can game and cheat this. You can't. Trust me, we've tried. So stick with the truth and get as close to it as possible. Okay, well, Dean, I know you're the expert on product listing optimization. Is there anything that we missed here? Oh, we didn't even talk about the images here. Do you want to break down the images? I see a ton of brands with like only 1 or 3 images.
Yeah. So basically, you have to put at least 5 images. That's what TikTok suggests you. But I think there's a lot of brands or sellers who do not have images more than 1 or 2. So what you can do is you can edit your image, just add background, just create 5 images by adding any feature of the product in the image and all the stuff like that. Just try to complete the 5 images task which TikTok suggests you to do. And I think this is the main part to just create your listing more optimized and all the stuff like that. So you should at least put the 5 images. That's the point.
Another thing I would add here as well, really important to show what the package actually looks like that they're getting, what the product
Yeah.
actually looks like. Now, what you don't want to do is just have 5 images of this and then another image of the side and then another.
Yeah.
You're not really selling it much. Sometimes we'll even do use case. So we like to kind of show it in action a little bit. And then another thing we do is if you are in CPG, you're selling other products that are similar to the product you're promoting, is this is a good opportunity to showcase those other products. So what we'll do is we'll show it in a stack with all the others, because now they're seeing this, potentially purchasing this product and seeing how it fits well to some of our other products. Okay, so what we just did was the product listing optimization for one brand, one product. What you're going to need to do is do exactly what we just did for every single product that you have active and live in TikTok Shop. Once you do this, it's really going to help from an indexing perspective and platform, product optimization, conversion rate, all of those things. And particularly if you're not seeing conversion on the platform, don't go burn money on ads before you first optimize for your products.
Exactly.
Well, JPE, you were quiet. Is there anything you want to add to this conversation whatsoever before we close out here?
Make sure we submit a right documents and clear images to ensure that there's no error before we run ads or before we join the TikTok Shop campaigns or before we put on a flash sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. Flash sales should be on the product.
Yeah. Yeah. And to your point, one of the things that I'll see is you might be able to get away with not having this stuff when you're getting started out and before you're driving significant sales revenue. I can tell you definitively, once you start driving significant sales revenue, the automations will be much more critical in your products because you're moving more product, you're driving more sales. And so even if you're saying, hey, Jake, we've been running this and we haven't run into any issues or violations or certificates. Okay, well, that's right now. That is going to definitively change at some point. So it's really important that you get ahead of that, because the worst thing you want to have happen is an affiliate video goes viral, your ads are crushing it, you have a flash sale promo that's absolutely killing it, and then bam, your product gets denied in the platform and you can no longer sell it. And then it's going to take you anywhere from 2 to 7 days to get that product reloaded, and you miss out on what could have been a great sales window.
Yeah. So last thing I want to discuss is why we are optimize product listing. The reason behind it is that when we market our product, we only call the customer to our product. We don't force them to buy it. What engage them to buy it is the product listing. Product listing asks them to please just buy the product because the description saying all the information, benefits and all the stuff like that. Title is catchy, the images looks good, the video says a lot about the product. So these are the things that make customer buy the product. But the marketing is only to call the people to the product, not to buy them, because we cannot force them via video or via affiliates. We can only call them on the product page. After that, what the part of the product optimization is done by creating an order and all the stuff like that.
Well, great. Well, thank you all for tuning in once again. If you need help in your TikTok Shop journey or with your product listing optimization, hit us up, jake@trendsetters.media. You can go to trendsettersmedia.com. Actually, it's just trendsetters.com. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find our podcast on all podcast platforms. Anyway, thanks as always for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Next time. Goodbye.
Thank you.